Hey guys, it's Kelvin from Kelvin Downunder, and today we're going to talk about something I think is an absolute must for any new Teslas. A good set of mats not only makes the car much easier to clean, it also protects the longevity of the lining as well, and I think I might have found just the right set for my car. Now before I get into it, quick disclosure, these mats are provided to us by HaloBlk for review purpose. However, they're not paying me to make this video or to use these mats, and they're not going to get a chance to review any of my footage or my thoughts before you guys see it on this video. With that out of the way, let's get into it. Now I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, one of the most important accessories you can get for your Tesla is a good set of mats, and here we've got a set of premium mats from HaloBlk that will cover both your boot and also the sub-trunk areas for both the front and the back. Let's have a look. Alright, it's definitely got enough tape on it. As usual, HaloBlk stuff come very well packaged. It's got a big giant duffel bag with the HaloBlk logo on it. What else is in here? Oh, interesting, there's a triangle trunk organizer. We'll have a look. Okay. So these presumably will stick onto the trunk area that allows you to just make a box or something so you can just keep things in. Very sturdy piece of plastic, and it's got some Velcro type material so it'll stick onto the boot material. But we are really here for the mats. Let's have a look. It's always so exciting to open some giant duffel bags. Straight up, you get two trays. You can tell one's for the front and one's for the back. We'll put that in shortly. And then we've got the actual boot mat. Let's have a look. It's fairly light. Now what I like about this is that you can tell this material will actually hang on to the boot's felt material quite well, so it won't slip around. And because it's got a middle section, that means you can now actually open the sub-trunk or the boot lid quite easily without actually bending your mat. This is waterproof material, you can tell. Plastic, non-scratch. Bit of a HaloBlk logo here. Looks very nice. Now I happen to have some generic brand frunk trays as well. I'm not gonna lie, they both work because, you know, it's just TPU, right? Plastic's plastic, it does exactly what you want it to do, which is to hold some water, you can take it out and rinse it. But one of the biggest difference is the quality and the structure. So you just gotta take my word since you can't feel it, but the HaloBlk one is a lot more sturdy, it's thicker, and it's a bit more rubberized so things don't slip around, whereas the generic brands are usually a little bit more floppy. You can tell, like, it's hard for it to hold shape, and the texture is a lot smoother, so things will slosh around a little bit even though it's on a tray. But otherwise, yes, they both work because, you know, it will still hold water, but yeah, it's just that the HaloBlk one just holds shape better, and you can just tell it just feels nicer to the touch. Similarly for the boot mats as well, common theme when it comes to generic brands is that they're usually just thinner, less well made, and in this case you can tell how wobbly one is versus the other. This one is just a little bit thicker, and this one's quite thin. Now I've also noticed one thing, as I was swapping this generic one out, I realized because the back is just rubberized TPU and it's still got hard corners and stuff, this has actually damaged the felt material on the boot, and I'll show you shortly. Whereas this won't happen to the HaloBlk one because one, they've got no patterns on it, so it's just flat, it protects the felt material, but two, this is also felt feeling. So essentially, it's actually quite gentle on your boot material. But these corners here actually damage the felt in the boot, and I'll show you now. Now you can tell, I've turned on all the lights here, right? You can really tell there's still patterns here. This comes to show the other generic brand has really damaged the felt material here. It's been rubbing hard onto some of these corners, right? It's almost like skinning the felt off. Here, it's very prominent that there are squares here. This comes to show it makes a difference if you pay for some premium stuff, and in this case, the generic things really have damaged this felt area. Let's put it in. And with the usual HaloBlk quality, It fits like a glove. It's laser cut, so it fits super well. And yeah, it's even got the contour in it. No room at all, there's no gap, so things won't slip through. Fits super well. Now let me put the things back in and you'll know why I say it's best to have some frunk mats. Because I do keep a lot of things inside the frunk. And they're heavy stuff too. So they do scratch the material. And it's always nice to have a little bit of protection. So while I'm doing a video, I might as well tell you what's in my frunk. I always keep a portable table just in case I need to do any work. I keep my UMC here along with an extension cable which is rated for at least 10 amps, waterproof as well, just so in case I go on road trips, if I need to, you know, plug in somewhere far away, I'm ready. I've got a portable cable here, and you know Teslas, we don't really get a spare tire, so I always have a portable pump. I have a charging mode type of converters in case I needed to charge in a different plug, and you know, just some tissue paper and just a picnic rug. I've got kids, so you know, you never know when you need a picnic rug, but that's how my frunk looks like. And I've got some frunk lights as well just to illuminate the area. But yeah, so you can see I do use this frunk area a lot, and that's why I always say it's important to just protect it a little bit, and I have a mat both in the front and the backs. Let's have a look at the back. Now, without any sub-trunk trays, this is just felt material. If you put any hard stuff in there, it will actually damage this space, and it's very thin. You can actually scratch and make a pattern now. I don't think you can really see it clearly, but it's a very thin piece of material, and that's why it's always recommended you have some form of tray, at least I think so, just to protect a little bit of these area where you will just chuck stuff in. Now, this is the HaloBlk tray. Similar to the front, it fits like a glove. There's no gaps whatsoever, fits perfectly into the sub-trunk. There's no bulging anywhere, doesn't move, fits like a glove. Well, so why do I care about having a sub-trunk tray? Well, I'm about to go camping and this is what I usually carry. Yes, I'm one of those people who will bring a portable jack when I go camping, and with that I also bring torque wrenches and some different types of bolts. And just to be safe, I always keep some spare bottles of water in the car. You never know when you need some water. Now, I do have kits, quite a few of them as well, so I always bring a portable, what do you call these, high chair, booster chairs for dining tables. And we're all very environmental these days. You never know when you need, you know, an enviro bag just to do some shopping. So I also keep quite some enviro bags and some reusable plastic bags in here in case I needed it. Again, comes down to because I'm going camping. So yeah, it does fill the trunk quite quickly, but as you can see, I do put quite a few hard wearing stuff in there as well. And if you wonder what's in here, I've got a tire repair kit. I've got some glue in case, you know, for emergency. For the tires, just jack pucks, but you really don't need them. All tire shops have them. A spare pry tool in case you need it. I do have a very cheap air pressure sensor just in case I need it, but I just keep it there. I never really touch it. These things just stay in the car. And for the boot area, very similarly themed. Again, it fits like a glove. It's a perfect fit. You can see all the cutouts are already, you know, matching all the contours. Push it in a little bit. And I can tell it's not going to slip. Comes back to, because felt on felt means, you know, there's some bit of friction. It also helps protect the mat a lot more because there's no hard pieces at the back. It won't damage your felt material. Whereas if you get some generic bands and they're not lined, this is what happens. You can tell from my boot. There are squares everywhere. It essentially just didn't do the job. Yep, it protected it, but then it caused its own damage. Whereas if you have a good set of premium mats, in this case the HaloBlk ones, they don't slip, very good material, it's thick enough, and it's got a middle cutout section so you can still open your sub-trunk easily. Now, I've obviously got some organizer trays, and because I've also got some of these pockets filled already, it's also the same material, it looks like a flat trunk. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put these HaloBlk cargo organizer trays on the side instead, and that way things don't roll off on the side. And it just sticks on perfectly. Velcro material. Now let me show you why, for me, having these trays are very important. Now I agree, not everyone has kids, but for me I do. So first of all, a pram. And these prams has hard plastic that juts out that really damages the boot if I don't have anything covered. And it's a heavy thing, right? It moves in and out a million times a day. And here you go. And you can just imagine how much things like whether it's soccer games, boots and stuff like that, I just throw into the boot. And why, you know, this area is so hard wearing. And this is why I think it's absolutely essential that this is one of the first purchases for a new Tesla or just any new cars. Hope you enjoyed the video and hope this was helpful. And if you're in the market for some trunk mats, these HaloBlk ones are definitely ones you should consider. It's Kelvin from Kelvin Downunder, and I'll see you guys next time.